Yo, I did an interview before with Dr. Ebonie Rio, and she's like a professional when it comes to these knees, man. She knows what she's talking about when she's talking about training the knees. So she's works in the lower body, ligaments and tendons and stuff when it comes to our lower body. So she was professional. She's top tier when it comes to knowing and understanding what it takes to get the knees right. So in that interview, I asked her about training in season, what it takes to get our knees healthy, because a lot of times we hear about training and it's only in the off season we talk about or think about really training. We should be training your knees in season too. It doesn't make sense to do all of this build up to get to the season. You stop training, you stop working out, and then there's this gap to where you're just tearing your knees up and tearing them down, and then you want to build back on top of it and pick back up where you left off right here. There's a big gap right there, so you don't want to do that. So how do we train our knees in season to maintain and even get them better while we're training in season? So with help from Dr. Ebonie Rio, a few notes I got from her. So first off, I'm going to just give you guys a layout of specific exercises you guys should be doing, and just kind of a feel for what it looks like to be training in season. So first and foremost, training in season. You should be focusing on strengthening your calves, strengthening your quads, your glutes, and just overall your leg strength to get that stronger too. So doing squats and stuff is cool, but to really emphasize the knees and get them stronger too, you should be focused on seated and standing calf raises. Okay, to make sure that and there should be one-legged. So one-legged, seated, and standing calf raises. To make sure up to par, you should be able to do anywhere from 30 to 35 one-legged calf raises. And that's just to say you're in a condition or the state to be able to play. If you can't do 30 to 35 one-legged calf raises, you got some weak calves. You need to get them stronger and get them up there, because that's a test to see if your lower leg is stronger and at a place to where you can handle the load that comes with being a player, being a hooper. So you should be able to do 30 to 35 one-legged calf raises. Next, you should be able to do some leg extensions. So you're sitting down on the bench and you're kicking out from your knee. So pretend this is your knee right here. You're gonna have the weight here, and you're kicking your legs. Sorry if you're watching on, you're listening on audio, but if you're gonna have here, and you're gonna be kicking and extending your legs out from the knee. So your knee staying still, knee and above staying still, and the knee down is gonna be going out and extending to where your leg is straight. You should be able to sit down and handle at least 66 to 67 pounds of doing that isometric. So you're gonna sit there and hold it. In season, you're gonna do a lot of isometrics. So leg extension, you're kicking it out and you want to hold it. Okay, you don't want to be straight all the way straight with it. You want to have anywhere between straight out and not to where you're just sitting there chilling, but more kicked out. So you want to put some tension and pressure on your quads and on your knees till you're actually working. So you guys want to sit it and hold it. Okay, the goal is to get to 66 to 67 pounds, about just about somewhere in that range, one of them two. Because at that, isometrics helps you to where you're getting the strength and you're getting the load without the wear and tear of having the weight on your legs so heavy, and now you're taking away from your game rather than adding to it. Isometrics is a safe way to load without being super sore, without being super tired, and without tearing yourself up to where now you can hoop or recover like you need to for the game. So leg extensions are great. Isometrics are awesome in season. Leg press is the next exercise. You should be able to do body weight 1.5 times your body weight. So 1 to 1.5 times your body weight for 4 sets of 6. Okay. So if you weigh 100 pounds, you should be able to leg press 100 to 150 pounds for 4 sets of 6. Okay. That's the standard we're trying to get to. So you should be able to do, if you weigh 100 pounds, you should be able to leg press 100 to 150 pounds on the leg press machine. That's the adequate level of strength you should have in your legs to be able to sustain and support yourself with all the forces, all the jumping, all the landing, all the cutting you're going to be doing on the court. So your knees don't break down. You still feel healthy. You're still moving and grooving when you're on the court. Okay. Next, we should be looking into some more isometrics. So we're going to do isometrics overall for the knees, and then once you get done with the isometrics, you should look into, it's called isotonics. but I'm not going to use that big word. I'm gonna help you out and just say timed or tempo reps. So moving slow and controlled. So you should be able to do 3 seconds lifting and 4 seconds lowering, just about. Or you can do 3 seconds lifting, hold it for 1 second, and 3 seconds lowering, just to make sure that your body is controlling the weight and not just moving the weight around. Because we get lazy, so we do quick little pump reps, or we do half reps and stuff, or we go fast because you don't feel the tension as much. It is not as sore, but sometimes you need a little bit of soreness, and it's good for you to be able to control the weight and say, hey, I'm strong enough to be able to have this weight, maintain it, and hold it. Okay. So you want to make sure that you're doing isometrics mainly in season, but sprinkling a little bit of the not the motor, metronome or timed reps in there. That helps you guys be able to say, I am strong, I am under control of this weight, and I'm strong and under control of my body. Okay. Mixing in a little bit of that in season. Not a whole lot, just a little bit, but mainly doing isometrics. Okay. So if you guys are able to do the seated and standing calf raises, the leg press, and the leg extensions, got some good legs. Okay. Now, going back to the glute, you should be able to do a side plank. Hold that for about a minute. Now, a good side plank is when your hips are up on the ground. You should be able to, if I turn my head and cock it to the side and look at you doing your plank, it should be a straight line from the top of your head all the way down to your pelvic or groin area, all the way down through your feet. So a straight line all the way through doing that side plank. All right. I know it's a little challenging to stay mentally locked in, but that's why we're only doing a minute. If you go past a minute, you can do some weights or do something else to make it a little bit more challenging. But ideally, not even ideally, to be real, most of us probably strong enough to really just maintain that weight like we want to. So if you have proper form, that side plank should be challenging. Okay. So side planks, if you don't have that, standing hip abductions, meaning you're standing and I have a cable pulley attached to my leg. Okay. And I'm moving my leg away from my body to get the side part of your butt, that glute medius right there. You want to get that working. Okay. So you're working that muscle and you want to move your leg away from your body to challenge that muscle that's forcing the leg to move out. Okay. So your leg should be resisting the weight and pushing it out away from your body. So you should be able to do those. And really doing hip thrusts and hip bridges. Doing that is another solid move to get your glutes stronger to where your glutes are able to sustain and hold your knees up too. All right. So hopefully you guys found some value in this. Okay. Those are the exercises we should be doing. And you should really be doing those 2-3 times a week. Depending on your schedule, depending on when you're playing, determines that. Okay. And last but not least, doing low-level plyometrics. Okay, I'm not gonna go in crazy, nothing too much, because you should be doing a lot of the higher-level plyometrics on the court because you're jumping and landing and stuff on the court. If you're not getting it on the court, now we can talk about doing more stuff in the weight room. But ideally, you're getting everything on the court, and you do a little bit low-level stuff just to maintain or get, so you have a bucket of what you can hold. You want to expand that bucket more to be able to increase your capacity of what your body can handle when it comes to plyometrics. So low-level plyometrics will help you expand and increase more of what you can handle for your body. We're talking about the plyometric mode. So you're not going to do a lot of high-level stuff, especially if you're playing, getting everything you need on the court. So doing a lot of low-level stuff and making sure that your body's not just strong, but you're able to maintain and hold the strength that you need to jump and land. Okay, so working your knees in season, those are the exercises you need, the sets and reps you need, that's the days you need, that's the plyometrics you need. So hopefully you found some value in this. Hopefully this helped you out. If it did, let me know. If you want more details and understanding about it, go to the interview I did with Dr. Ebonie Rio and get some more clarification on there. If you still don't understand, comment on this video or comment on the interview and let me know. If you have more questions you want me to ask her, she's open field to me bringing her back on. We can have your questions answered by her and have more fun, get more game, because I want to provide as much value for you guys as I can to help you out. Goals help you be the best hooper you can be. Skill wise on the court, physically in the weight room, perform well, and mental performance, get your mindset right. So if you guys have any more questions about the knees, comment below, let me know. Comment on the other video with Dr. Ebonie Rio where I did an interview and let me know there. And I appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. I will see you later. Appreciate you.